That's the picture there, the whole, you see there? You talking about combat fighter pilots?
How many are in that picture?
Total of 13.
How many are in that picture right now?
996.
Wow.
How many in the picture total? 996. Wow. How many did it take to keep one plane going? 10 minutes. Army is taken in Repair Second Fighter Group that's taken Columbus, Ohio, May 15, 1928. Anybody want to see this? Here goes for 35 hours.
Oh, wow. Can I have your name, sir?
Antonio.
Mr. Antonio.
Yes, sir.
What is your part in the, were you a part of the service?
I spent 22 years, 9 months, and 28 days in the Air Force in the Army.
Okay, all right. And what year were you in the Army?
The Army Air Force years.
Okay. And
my first experience was getting off the train in Texas, going into the train station because I wanted to go to the bathroom. And I experienced colors and white.
Wow.
And from the north, I did like this. Where do I belong? It was one of the most traumatic experiences in my life.
So how do you feel about where we have come to?
We have not.
Okay.
We have not. I've still feel the racism here on Long Island. I'll give you an example. You are a black man, and I am a white person serving you. Here's how it happened.
1932, as the only
waiting in the line.
American at the Academy.
Watch your back.
Relentless harassment. Nobody spoke to him. Official business.
We just got to go to Tuskeegee, so right next door in the corner.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can I help you?
Oh, they're on here.
But in 1936,
That's what happens when you go to the stores.
he was number 35 in a class of 276.
So, yes, racism still exists here on Long Island. How far have we come? On Long Island, I think twice about going to a club.
In September of 1942,
Because
Davis in command,
I have two things that I want to consider.
ready for
If I go to a club
the men were put on
and there are no blacks,
and then
I fear that I'm going to be treated like I felt when I was down in the South.
no commander.
Up here in the North. Is that the direction?
Yes.
I want to hear from you.
So racism still lives and breeds its hatred.
As the men waited to be deployed,
Throughout this United States of America.
Thank you very much.
So again, just give everybody your name and
My name is Antonio Ramos.
and your service.
I spent 22 years, 9 months, and 28 days in the military, serving this country. I still serve the country in two aspects. I fly with the Coast Guard, and I fly with the Civil Infantry. Still serving this country.
Let me ask you, sir, what would you like to say to younger people now that may see this film and this documentary that we're putting together? What would you like to say to the young people?
Go to school in the Air Corps and do the very best you can. This is an old vocation that says knowledge is power.
But there are enlightened individuals, like officers at every point that would like for this experiment to succeed.
Our youth
and are
any
instrumental in helping to
that
succeed.
education is the prime
one such individual took command at Tuskegee in early 1943.
Well, thank you so much for your time, and just Give everybody your name again, too, sir. Well, we'd like to thank you guys for just.
When I went to Peru, it was church service.
He also invited black celebrities and entertainers.
No.
I
Had a good chance Joe Boyce. Sing Arlena Moore.
was disappointed. During the week there were more. During the young lady.
And whose service was that? Oh, yes, I was there in Roosevelt. Yeah.
I saw the 3 lights skate around.
America had been at war for more than a year. The U.S. and its allies.
So all we can continue to do is to continue to pray. And as he said, for the young people to go after that education. And so again, we thank you for your service.
1943.
Maybe the movie changes things. It's supposed to be a very good one.
The movie is a very good movie, but the movie only sheds a little bit of the story of what really happened. It talks about just a little inkling about racism and how it existed, because they were fighting on 2 fronts. They were fighting for the country, and then was treated like they didn't belong in the country. Some people say they was treated like dogs, but you're not even supposed to treat dogs like that because you go to jail for animal cruelty. So it was like they were treated like, I don't know what I can say they were treated like, because there's so many rights for animals. There's so many rights for everybody, like it should be.
The biggest indignation that the Tuskegee Airmen, from my point of view, had to endure was the fact that they went to an air base and the prisoners of the war that we were fighting against had more liberties than the Tuskegee men who are fighting for our country had. The German soldier that was captured in Germany was at an American air base, could go anywhere.
That's powerful.
The Tuskegee Airmen could not go anywhere on base.
The best proof of their achievement is the fact that we're told that never a bomber was shut down another enemy aircraft. Flag, they could do nothing about it. But they always brought it home. And the white crew members in the bombers finally requested them to be escorted by the. It shows
They did not believe that a black pilot was flying cover for them. They could not believe it.
The 99 held its own.
And there's so many people that,
In just 2 weeks,
I really, at 35 years old, I have not really, got this much history on the Tuskegee Airmen. It's never been really something pushed in school.
it's available on the internet.
Yeah, on the internet, or if you do
But it's not in our history books. It's not in our history books. It's not taught in school. It's not taught. As a matter of fact, do you know that there was an outfit that sustained the same discriminatory acts that the Tuskegee Airmen had to face? It was the tank battalion. The tank battalion was attached to Patton, who came up and I get excited.
After training
The tank battalion was all black. They came to Patton to fight against the Battle of the Bulge.
These airmen faced a home front
Tank
battle they
guys
hadn't trained for.
Called for by Patton because Patton didn't have enough tanks. He was told that there's a bunch of black guys in tanks down that he could use. He says, I don't care what color they are, get them up here. It's the 751st, I'm not quite sure, don't quote me on it. Black tank drivers who had to endure the same racism that the Tuskegee had, because they said they can't operate tanks.
Ernest Randolph Sanders, and Mr. Friedman said his name sounds familiar. And the same bomber jacket said they got, I got one of my father with his wings. And then when he's standing in front of the bomber, him and 3 other Tuskegee Airmen, I'm telling you, it's a beautiful thing. And he wrote all on the back of the card. He sent the picture to my mother, they recording with him when he got the wings on. And he was so young and so handsome, he was just 26 years old. It's finally giving him a President Obama did it when he had them there, when he, when he was elected president. But I got it. I didn't know I was coming and sitting at home, and Daddy's standing there in that bomber jacket right here. The bomber jacket.
Huh?
The bomber jacket. The bomber.
Jacket? That's the one with the bomber jacket. That's the bomber jacket.
No. The one with the thick fleece collar, the real one.
I don't have that one here tonight.
Okay, because I saw it a minute ago, so it must be 8 o'clock. And 4 of them. Daddy and 3 of them standing in here, like that. The jacket is like that, thick like that, because it was cold. And they standing in front of that bomber. Oh, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, it was so beautiful that they finally getting it. When I got it at home, my father was some kind of shopper, and he asked my mother to marry him, and she was on the fence. When he sent her that picture with the wings on his shoulder, that was it. That was it. And it's so beautiful that they finally got there. It's so beautiful. And this gentleman said the name sounds familiar. Ernest Randolph Sanders, that's right. Okay. All right, come on.